Should you be eating eggs or not? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. As a wellness coach for over 12 years, I've talked a lot with people about what they should be eating and what they should really not be eating. And in about the 1960s, there was this wave of influence regarding eggs. And everyone, or many people, started choosing not to eat eggs, especially the yolk. Some would still eat the egg white, but there's this big thing about the cholesterol in eggs, and the trend was that's not what you want to do. You don't want to eat eggs. But research now has shown us that not eating eggs is not really what you probably should want to do because of the vast benefits you get, particularly your brain, from eating eggs. Now, did you watch my last video? I had a video a few days ago about eggs, and it's on my Facebook, in my Facebook group, and it's on my YouTube channel, Keep Your Brain Sharp. You can go and see it there, and it was talking about, why we should be adding eggs back into our diet. But today I wanted to talk more about specific benefits to your brain. So that's what we're going to do today. But first, I want to say, or I actually asked you, so why don't you want to eat the whole egg? Why do people only want to eat the egg white? What's so good about that? Or what's wrong with that? Short answer is there's very little nutrition in the egg white. The nutrition is in the egg yolk. Now, the egg white does have protein. About half of the protein that you'll find in an egg is in, a little more than half is actually in the egg white. The other half is in the yolk. And it has a little bit of some B vitamins in there. But that's about it, guys. A lot of people eat it because it's low calorie. The white only has like about 20 calories to it. And also there's no fat in the white of the egg. And if you're dieting, people love the fact that it's a low calorie and there's no fat to it. And so they want to eat the egg whites. But your body functions off of nutrition. It needs nutrition, especially your brain. And where the most, or practically all the nutrition is in the egg yolk. There's a lot in there. So that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, of course, more protein is all in there in the yolk. And there is fat. For every egg, there's about 5 grams of fat in there. And that's a turnoff for some people, but the fat is not enough to be considered extreme. It's still considered a relatively low fat food, the egg. And so it's not a lot to be concerned about. And there's so much advantage to eating your eggs, like I said, especially to your brain. Okay. So the rule of thumb is to eat average one egg a day, or 2 eggs every other day. Unless you have a cardiovascular issue problem going on, you may want to limit that to like 4 or 5 a week. Otherwise, every other day you can eat like 2 eggs, and that is the rule of thumb for most people. And if you're an egg lover, you can have your egg whites on your off days. I mean, your whole egg, which includes the yolk, on the on days. And so you can have your eggs. If you got to have eggs every day, you can still do that. Just have whites every other day, okay? And then have your egg on the other day, because there's so much benefit. There's things in it like choline, and we're going to talk about that. There's choline, there's B vitamins, of course, there's your protein that's in there, and there's your omega-3s. There's so much benefit from eating the whole egg. So what do those things do for you? Well, if you're going to eat your egg and get all those nutrients because you're also eating the yolk, you're going to decrease your risk of dementia. That is a biggie. You're also going to decrease, it also lowers your inflammation. That is another biggie. It also regulates your mood. Helps you with your memory. Helps your brain cells communicate to one another better. Yeah, and it also slows cognitive decline. Guys, that's a lot. That's a lot going on just by making sure you're eating that egg yolk. It's doing a lot for your brain. In fact, so much so, researchers are now calling it a super brain food. They are advocating that you make sure that you're eating them, like I said, either one a day or twice every other day, whatever. Get them into your diet on a regular basis, because we were talking about the choline. Choline is something our body does make, but it doesn't make enough of it. So we need to supplement it with other kinds of foods that we eat, and eggs are packed with choline. In fact, they said there's like 90% of us that are deficient in our choline. And when you eat one egg, you're getting 25% of what they recommend for you to eat a day. Daily recommended allowance is 25% of it is in that one egg. And if you're eating 2 a day, girl, you've already got 50% of your choline for that day just in eating those 2 eggs. So that's a very, very good source of choline, and choline does a lot for you. We're talking about like the memory. We're talking about the other things that it does. And the omegas in there, you can buy eggs that are omega-3 enriched. So you're even doubling up on your omegas by eating eggs. And everyone knows what your omega does for your brain. It's very, very, very beneficial what your brain needs, omega-3s. And so that is very helpful to just be getting it when you're eating an egg. Okay. And then the B vitamins that are in there. You know, B vitamins are not just for pregnant women, but as you age, you need to make sure you're consuming your B vitamins. And also if you're having emotional issues and things, you need to make sure you're eating your B vitamins as well. And you're getting that in your egg yolk. So that, in fact, they did a study. It was a 30-year-old study in Finland, and they went across 30 years looking at these people that were eating eggs every day or not eating eggs. So the people that were eating, averaging 1 egg a day, when they looked at them, they found that they did better on their brain tasks when they tested than the people that were not consuming eggs regularly. So that was part of a study that was showing that eggs are good for you. And that, like I said, they do have the cholesterol, which was the biggie in the 60s, but your brain needs cholesterol, and the cholesterol that's in your eggs are the good kind, the helpful cholesterol that your brain needs. And so that's not really a deterrent to eating eggs. Then they have found that out. So bottom line, eggs are egg-citing, and it's something you should consider making a regular part of your diet, especially as you age, and not just the white, the whole egg, the egg yolk. We talked about the differences, and you can look in my research library for differences in terms of whether it's pastured or whatever. You're looking for pastured eggs. You're not looking for cage-free. Really doesn't have a lot of meaning to it. You're looking for pastured eggs with the chickens that are free and living outdoors the majority of the time and coming inside at night to go to sleep, that are eating the natural diet of hens, which is not the corn, the soy stuff, which is actually the insects and the bugs and the little things all in the ground. So that's what you want, pastured eggs. So if you want a list of the benefits of eating eggs, I have that for you on my website, keepyourbrainsharp.com. It's in the resource library that you can gain free access to, and you can get that as well as look and see the other things that I have in there as well. I hope you would do that, because your brain's destiny is in your hands. This is video number 196, Egg-citing Eggs, and that's where you find it in the research library.